This is Chris from Polytech, and in this video we are going to learn how to add login and registration forms to our site using the Elementor page builder and the essential add-ons for Elementor plugin. To do that, we need to go over to the left, and when it says plugin, we are going to click on add new. And now we are going to scroll down a bit, and on the search plugin bar we are going to type essential add-ons. And this is the one we are going to use, the essential add-ons for Elementor plugin. It will add some extra widgets to the Elementor page builder, among them the login form widget. So we are going to click on install now, and then we are going to click on activate. There we go. Now we are going to the name of the site on the top, and we are going to click on visit site. And on the top bar we are going to click on edit with Elementor. Here we are. Now we are going to scroll down to an open section like this one. Here we have ones we have added previously, so we are going to delete it. We're going to close the table of contents, and we are going to type on the widget search bar login. And here we have the essential add-ons login and register form. So we are going to click with the left mouse button, hold drag, and release it on the open section. Now we have the general options. Choose the type of form you want to show by default. Note you can show both forms in a single page, even if you select only the login or registration form below. Now we can select the default form, be it registration or login. We are going to go with login, and if we click, for example, on register now, it will change to the registration form. So we are going to leave it on the login, and we can hide the form for login user and the login for general. We are going to edit that a bit, and we can show logout link. We can show lost your password here. Logout link will show if you are logged in, of course, and we can limit, as you can see, the forgotten password. We can change the text of the option, and we can change the link to a custom URL over the default Wordpress page. And we can show the register link and the label register now, and the registration link action. We can show the register form, custom URL, or Wordpress registration page. So we are going to leave that as it is, and we are going to go to the register form general, and we can show the login link, which is this one right here, and can deactivate it, change the label, and select a link action like in the previous options. And for the form header content, we can add an image for the header, the size, the position, and we can add a logo for the header. We could add any image, and it will show on the top of the form. And we can choose the position, and on the login form title we have some options to the title and register form title and subtitle too as well. So we are going to delete that image, and we are going to move on the login form fields. So we have places, label, and placeholders. We could hide them like this, or we can choose custom and change the names, the labels. For example, username or email address, we could change it here, and we can change the label for the password as well. And we can change the placeholders too in the same manner. As you can see, pass, username or email. And in the input field we can choose the width. We are going to leave that on the default, and we can activate or deactivate the remember me checkbox or the password visibility icon right here. And for the login button we can change the text to the login button here in the same manner. And for the login form options we can choose to redirect after login, and if we activate we can add the link where we want it to go. And for the register form fields we can change them in the same manner. We have the username, type, label, placeholder. We can change it to confirm your password, first name, last name, website, and so on. And we can activate as a required field, and email and password are required fields by default, and we can show the label and show the required mark too on the registration form. As you can see here, and we can change the button text for the registration form, and we can select register action, notify user by mail, or we could auto login or redirect to a specific link. And the new user role will be default, or it could be an administrator, an editor, an author, and so on. And it has a success message here. It could be changed to anything we want, and an error message that can be changed in the same manner. And for the register using email options, we have an email template, the WordPress by default, or we can change it here when the mail is sent to the user, and the email the admin will receive right here in the same manner. And it has terms and conditions, and if we enable to enforce the terms and conditions, we have an acceptance label and accept the terms and conditions, and we can use an editor to add the terms and conditions, or we could create a page and add the URL right here. So we are going to move to the style tab, and we can change for the container box the width, add margin, border or background, and border radius, which is mostly the same as all different elements from the Elementor. We can add some box shadow, and we have for the form the width, margin padding, border and border radius and background too, and for the shadow as well. We can move to the login here. We have form illustration, shadow, and logo, which are the images we can add. It could be changing width, height, margin, padding, and so on, and for the logo as well. And for the title and the subtitle, we can add margin, padding, color, and so on. For the typography as well, we can change it like all the typographies. We can change the family, the size, add weight, transform, style, and decoration, and so on. For the subtitle and the subtitle typography as well, and we have for the register form header in the same manner as well. So we have the form fields. We can choose the spacing, add some padding, change the typography. We can change the color and add some border. in the focus as well, the placeholder colors, as you can see, and when it's selected, it will change the color, and we can add a background to it, borders, and add a radius. And for the labels, we can change, it's mostly the same, space in typography. We can add some color too if we want, as you can see, and we can add borders and require mark style, that is for the registration form. We can change it, the icon, the size. We're going to leave that on the default, and for the color we are going to add maybe a green as well, and we can change the vertical alignment and the horizontal alignment as well. And for the password visibility icon, we can change the size of the icon and the color on the open eye and the color on the closed eye as well, and the vertical alignment and the position as in the requirement field symbol as well. You can click, as you can see. And for the login button, we can add the spacing, change the typography, display as an inline or as a block, and select the position where we want it to be, the colors of the text and background on the hover as well. We can select the text color, change it to anything we want. We are going to do those colors are the one we are using commonly, so we are going to maybe add a green for the hover here, and we can add a border to the 1px border. Now we are going to leave it rounded, and on the hover we can add a border as well, 1px, and we are going to make it green, so when we hover it looks more like a solid button. And we can add width and height for the button as well, and on the register button we can do so in the same manner as well. It's mostly the same options as in the sign in button. And for the register link, here you can start the register link displaying on the login form, and it works mostly the same. We can add the space in typography, display, justify, and so on and so forth. And on the login link, we can stylish it as well. Once we have made all the changes we want to our login form, we need to save them by going to the lower left and clicking on the update button. So that's it. We have added a login and registration form to our site using the Elementor page builder and the essential add-ons for Elementor plugin in a quick and easy manner. If you like the video, subscribe to our channel and share it with a friend who might need help on the sites. See you the next time on Paletech.